in which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Okay. Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
By holding the Quran.
You're going to swear by, okay. Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Okay. So witness, can you just touch the Holy Quran for me? Touch it for me. And then you repeat after me. I, Baba Jajusi, do swear that I will speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness has been sworn, and I have the honor to hand over the witness to you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jajusi.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Council, can we proceed?
Sure. Good afternoon, Mr. Jajusi.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Can you state your names, please?
My name is Baba Jajusi.
And where do you live? Can you speak into the mic, please?
I live at Jarasoma.
And what is your occupation?
I work at the council as an internal auditor.
You gave a statement to the investigators of the commission, is that right?
Yes.
And did you sign the statement?
Yes, I do sign.
This was after you read through it?
Yes.
Okay. Let me show you the statement. Assistant Registrar. Thank you, please show it. Can you look at that statement and confirm if that's the one you gave to the investigators?
Yes, this is my statement.
Okay. And do you wish to adopt that statement as part of your evidence before the commission?
Yes.
You also attached some documents to the statement. Can you tell us what those documents are?
This is it's a letter to the Chief Executive Officer for a pre-auditing exercise.
Okay. So you have two letters about pre-auditing, one dated 8th of November 2017 and one is 8th of January 2018.
Yes.
And then you have an internal audit report dated February 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have the originals of all those documents that you provided?
I came with some documents. Maybe I can search for it.
Okay, so can you search for those in the meantime? Check if you have the originals of those documents. In the meantime, I'll apply to tender the statement and the copies of the documents.
Excuse me. Let me sort it. February 20. Yes, the original is here with me.
Is that the audit report?
Yes.
And the letters, or just the report?
The letters.
So there's one letter dated 8th of November 2017 and one dated 8th of January 2020. Sorry, 8th of January 2018. Chairperson, I'll amend my application, so I'll just apply to tender the statement and then I'll tender the document separately.
So what is the date? 8 January 2018.
Pardon?
I mean the date of the letter.
There's a letter dated 8th of January 2020.
2020.
Sorry, 2018.
Yeah, one is here. 8 November 2017.
Yes, there's that one.
Yeah, I have them here.
The witness statement of Baba Jajusi, dated the 12th of October 2023, is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/BJ/MKAC/001.
As a commission, please, we're grateful. Did you say you found the other documents?
Yes.
Okay, Assistant Registrar, can I please have those documents? Chairperson, I plan to tender the letter from Baba Jajusi Internal Audit to the CEO, Mansakonko Area Council, dated 8 November 2017. The one from Baba Jajusi to CEO, 8th January 2018, and the management letter, audit performed for the year 2019 financial year, audit report dated 20th February 2020 from Baba Jajusi, the internal auditor, to the chairman of Mansakonko Area Council. I'll apply to tender them in a bundle.
A letter dated the 8th of November 2017, addressed to the Chief Executive Officer of Mansakonko Area Council, written by Baba Jajusi, with the title Pre-Audit, and a letter dated the 8th of January 2018, addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, Mansakonko Area Council, written and signed by Baba Jajusi, Internal Auditor of Mansakonko Area Council, with the heading Pre-Audit, and A letter dated 28th of February 2020, which has the following headings: Mansakonko Area Council Internal Audit Report and Audit of Mansakonko Area Council Performance by the Internal Audit Unit for the year ended 2019. And this report is addressed to the Chairman, Mansakonko Area Council, and it is written and signed by Baba Jajusi. These documents are all admitted together in a bundle and marked as LGC/BGA/MKAC/002. Yes, Council.
Thank you. So, Mr. Jajusi, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm
okay, because the mic seems funny. You said that you started working for Mansakonko Area Council in 2016 as an internal auditor at grade 8.
Yes.
Now, did you apply for the position?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and how was the application made? Or before that, how did you know about the position?
Yeah, I'm a native of Soma, so I heard the advertisement over the radio, and also a friend told me that there's a vacancy at the council, so I applied.
Okay, and did that friend work for the council?
Yes. Sorry, it's an uncle. Sorry, it's an uncle. But he is late now.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, so you applied in writing?
Yes.
Okay, and what happened when you applied?
Yeah, I applied in writing, then I tendered my document, and by then there was a service commission at the council. They conducted an interview, and then later they called me for the position.
They called you and told you that you got the position?
Yes.
Do you know if other people applied for the position?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a copy of your employment letter?
Yes, I have.
Okay, can I see that, please? This is your confirmation letter.
Yeah.
Do you not have the first letter, the one offering you the employment?
Yes, I had it, but I don't think it's with me here. I think I left that at the office.
Okay, so can you provide it to us later?
No problem, I will.
All right, thanks. Chairperson, I plan to tender the confirmation letter from Mansakonko Area Council to Baba Jajusi, dated 4th October 2017.
The confirmation letter dated the 4th of October 2017, addressed to Baba Jajusi and signed by Pasit Sise, Acting Chief Executive Officer of Mansakonko Area Council, is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/BJ/MKAC/003.
As a commission, please. I'm grateful. Now, Mr. Judge, prior to working for Mansakonko Area Council, were you working elsewhere?
Yeah, before working for Mansakonko Area Council, I worked for NARI on a contract base for a period of 6 months. That was around 2014.
Okay, but directly before your employment, you were with Mansakonko Area Council, you weren't employed?
From NARI, I also worked with G4S for some time, then I left, yeah.
Okay, so in either of those positions, did you work as an internal auditor?
No, I never worked as an internal auditor.
Okay, so this is your first position as internal auditor?
Yes.
Right. Now you said you said upon your employment, you were not given any terms of reference as a guide for your day-to-day responsibilities.
Yeah, it's not indicated in my employment letter.
Okay, so can you tell us how you came to know what your functions should be?
Yes, I went for an induction training at KMC for a period of 3 months.
At the council itself?
KMC, yes, at the council itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I learned a lot of things.
And what unit or department were you at when you were at KMC?
Internal audit department.
Okay.
And also I went to the internal audit at the Ministry of Finance.
When was this?
This will be around 2018.
And how long was your time at the Internal Audit Department at the Ministry of Finance?
3 months.
Okay, so you did 3 months at KMC and 3 months at Internal Audit?
Yeah, I was at the KMC, then I left, I went back to the council, then I came back to the Ministry of Finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you familiar with the local government instruments, any of the ones that relate to local government councils?
Yes.
Okay, which ones are you familiar with?
Financial manual.
Okay. And who brought that manual to your attention?
Well, during my induction at KMC and the Ministry of Finance, they told me these are the tools you should use to work.
Okay, so was it just the financial manual or was there some other...
Local Government Act.
The Local Government Act?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Local Government Finance and Audit Act?
Yeah. Also, yeah.
Did the Internal Audit Department at the Ministry of Finance tell you about their financial regulations?
Yes, they do.
They. So do you apply all these legislation at your council?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, can you tell us what your role as internal auditor at the council is?
Yeah, my role is to make sure that internal control is in place.
Okay, and how do you do that?
There are procedures laid down, so I follow those procedures.
So does the council itself have procedures laid down, or are the procedures laid down that you use from somewhere else?
Yeah, these are things that I have been trained to. So it's the same instrument I use when I go to the council. I inform them these are the procedures I should use. So those are the procedures I apply.
So you're talking about you as in yourself and your as your function as internal audit, what procedures you should use. But there are other procedures that the council itself needs to put in place, right?
So,
do you advise them about those procedures?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So tell us what happens when a payment needs to be made at the council. Tell us what should happen and what usually happens.
Yes, during a payment process,
okay.
Normally a request will be raised. A request will be raised.
There should be a what?
Request.
Okay.
Internal memo, or sometimes you put it as internal memo.
Okay.
From there, they will send this to the procurement, and the procurement will do the necessary documents, and the sanitary finance, whether there are cash flow at the finance department to conduct the exercise. So from there they will raise the check and the payments will do, but sometimes this will pass through the internal audit office for verification. Sometimes they are not passed through the internal audit department for verification. So the normal procedure should be, it should pass through the internal audit office for verification before any disbursement.
So let me just take you back to the request. So you said sometimes it's a memo. Does the council have an internal requisition form that they use separate from the GPPA one?
Well, I'm aware of the GPPA one.
The Form 100?
Yes, Form 100.
So who makes the request? Would it be the end user that needs it?
Yes, normally, yeah.
Okay, and who would they make the request to?
The CEO.
Okay, so when they make the request to the CEO, they take it to the CEO?
Yes.
And then who does the CEO send it to?
He will send it to the finance department.
Is the procurement unit under the finance department?
And the procurement is there separately.
Okay, so because I'm asking because the steps that you gave, you raise a request, then it goes to procurement to prepare the necessary documents, then it goes to finance.
No, I think I make a mistake there.
Okay.
Yeah, the CEO will manage the finance department to see whether there is any money to fund that activities.
Okay.
From the finance department, then it will go for procurement for necessary documentation.
Okay. So from the finance it goes to procurement, and then after procurement it goes back to finance.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is this the case for any purchase that is required? Is there a contracts committee that sits?
Come again, please.
Do you have a contracts committee?
Yes.
Okay. Do they sit regularly?
Yes, they sit.
Okay. So, do you know who's on the contracts committee?
Yes, I cannot remember all of them, but I remember.
Can you give me the names that you remember?
I remember CDC Diba. I think he was the chairman.
CD who?
CDC Diba. CDC Diba.
Can you? Is it CD as in SEEDY and then CD again? Back?
SIDI.
SIDI.
SIDI. Sorry. SIDI.
CDC. Okay. Ba.
Diba. That is the surname.
Okay. All right. CDC.
Yeah, if I can remember well, he was the chairman of the contract committee.
Okay. Is he a councillor?
Yeah, he's a councillor.
Okay. Who else? Can you remember anybody else?
You have Jero Sedikant. Famara Sedikant.
Okay.
You have Ibrahim Sedili, the procurement officer.
Okay.
And you have the CEO, I believe, the chief executive officer.
And what's his name?
And recently it's PT2.
And before him?
Passet Sise.
Okay.
Those are the ones I can remember.
That you can remember.
Yes.
So, just an aside, when the contracts committee sits, they have an attendance list, right?
Yes.
And they need to be paid sitting allowances.
Yes.
Does this pass through your office?
Sometimes, not at all time.
Okay, so what determines what payments pass through your office and which ones don't?
Well, if they feel like the payments should pass through my office, it passed through.
Who is they?
I would say the CEO is the one who is the accounting officer.
Okay.
Yes.
So the CEO decides which payments pass through your office and which ones don't?
Yes.
Has that always been the case?
Of course. That has been the
So
case.
regardless of which CEO it is, that
Yeah.
has been...
Oh, yes.
Okay. And in your unit, how many people are in your unit?
I'm alone there.
You're the only person?
Yes.
What's your current position?
Internal auditor.
Internal auditor. There's no director of internal audit?
No, not director, no manager, no principal.
Okay. So payment vouchers sometimes will come through your office and sometimes they won't.
Yes.
You prepare a report.
Yes.
At least I think you said you prepare 2 reports, a monthly report and a quarterly report.
Yes, this will happen at a time when the vouchers come through my office. I will prepare a monthly report. But whereas the vouchers did not pass through my office, I will only prepare my quarterly report.
Okay. And have you advised the CEO about this before?
Yeah, on many occasions.
Has this been in writing?
Yes.
This current CEO?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any letters showing that?
Well, I did not come with the letter.
Okay, so can you provide us with
Of course,
those
I will.
letters?
Yes, I have it in my office.
So I've seen the letter that you sent dated the 8th of January 2018. You're writing to the CEO and you're saying that you write to inform him that you would like all prepared vouchers for payment of procurement and non-procurement items, salaries, to pass through the internal audit unit for inspection before payment. Which CEO or who was the CEO at that time? 8th January 2018.
Pass it, Sise.
Okay. And is a similar thing for the letter dated 8th November 2017. Was the CEO still also Pase Sise?
Yes.
Okay. So in this letter, you're saying that you would like to bring to your notice that it's part of my duties to carry out pre-audit exercises to check all disbursements and expenditures before they are made, so that all relevant documentations and procedures are followed as stated in the Financial Manual, Section 209. Since this is not happening, I would like management's intervention to facilitate the implementation of the exercise. These are some of the best practices in an institution, thus will help improve. Sorry, I can't see that word. Financial, sorry? Accurate, right. Financial information and avoid financial implication.
Mr. Mbalo?
So, you wrote to the CEO, well, we've seen the letter that you wrote to the previous CEOs.
Yes.
Did you write to the chairman on the same issue?
Yes. You can see I have copied him on the letter. The letter is copied of him. Yeah.
Yes. What about the council, the general council?
I believe I have some letters whereby I also copy the finance subcommittee. I believe I have the letter with me.
Okay.
Unless I check.
So when you prepare your monthly reports,
Yes.
who do they go to?
I will write to the chairperson.
Of the area council?
Yeah, and then I copy the CEO and other directors.
Okay. And do you know whether these letters ever go to the general council? Whether the reports, ever go to the general council?
Not at all.
It never goes to the general council?
We tried several attempts, but we never succeeded in it.
When you say we, who do you mean?
Sorry, I myself. I attempted several times, but it never succeeded.
You sit at the general council, or you've attended the general council sittings?
Yes, I used to attend the council.
And how do you try to bring it to their attention?
Well, I will inform them that, my audit reports are not being implemented. I will tell them that on regular basis. So they will tell me the chairman should try and bring the audit report to the general council. Hence, he is the one you are submitting your reports.
So they've never asked you to make them an extra copy of the report so that they can look at it, even though the chairman has not been passing it on to them?
Yes, some will come on their own and request for it. not the General Council.
Can you tell us which councillors have requested on their own?
The two councillors I mentioned earlier, that is Sidi Sidiba and Farmer Sidikan.
Okay. Let me just show you this document. Can you look at that document and tell us what it is?
I don't get you.
Can you look at the document and tell us what it is?
Okay, this is monthly audit report for the month of August 2020.
Okay, and who's it from?
To the chairman.
Who's it from?
It's from me. I prepare it.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's the date?
22nd September 2020.
Okay. Sorry, Assistant Registrar, can I have the document? Chairperson, I apply to tender the monthly audit report for the month of August 2020, dated 22nd September 2020. It's prepared by the witness.
A monthly audit report for the month of August 2020, which was prepared and signed by Baba Jajusi, addressed to the Chairman Mansakonko Area Council, and is dated 22nd of September 2020, is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/BJ/MKAC/004.
As a commission, please, I'm grateful. Can you perhaps give the witness a copy? Do you have a copy of that?
Unless I check.
Okay, let them hand you over.
Can I check for it?
No, it's fine. You can use that one.
Okay.
Right. So in the cover letter, you've said that only 12 payment vouchers and 3 revenue collectors' cash books came to the attention of the internal audit unit for review in the month of August 2020.
Yes.
So only 12 payment vouchers went through your office.
So yeah.
Right. Let me also show you this. Okay. Now, is that the Mansakonko Area Council file containing the payment vouchers for August 2020?
Yes, this is our file.
Okay. And there are more than 12 payment vouchers in there?
Yes.
Can you give an estimate of about how much you think? Or more than, it would be more than double that, right?
Yeah, it's more than 20.
Okay. Chairperson, I apply to tender the payment voucher file for Mansakonka Area Council for the month of August 2020.
So is this just for the month of August
Yes,
alone?
just for the month of August.
The file containing the payment vouchers for the month of August 2020 for Mansakonko Area Council is hereby admitted and marked as LGC/BJ/MKAC/005.
As a commission, please, I'm grateful. Assistant Registrar, can I have that file? So, Mr. Jajisi.
Yes.
Now, one of your observations. One of your observations in your report is that most of the revenue collectors refuse to submit their cash book for review. And you said that this makes it difficult for the council to ascertain the total revenue collected and banked during the period. This happened to be a continuous issue. Now, do you know how many revenue collectors you have at the council?
No, I cannot say offhand.
Are they more than 10?
It should be around that.
Okay. And only 3 provided their cash books.
Yes, for that particular month.
Have any of your superiors asked them previously to give you their cash books for auditing?
I don't get you well.
Has any of your superiors, or
Yeah.
have any of your superiors, so the CEO, the Director of Finance, the Chairman, has any of them asked the revenue collectors to make sure that they give you their cash books for review?
Yes, they will inform them sometimes that
Okay.
whenever they do their collection and do their retirement, let them go to the audit and verify their payments.
And when you go through their books and verify their payments, you stamp it,
Yes, I will stamp them.
right? Now, what do you look at before you stamp? What do you look at to verify their payments?
The receipt from the treasurer, that is from the account department.
That's the receipt that the Director
Yes.
of Finance would give them after going through?
Yes, with their GTRs and their cash book. So I will tally the cash book with the GTR, whether they are in order. From there, I will look at the invoice that is being given to them by the finance director, whether they are all tally.
Okay, because we've had 2 revenue collectors come before you, and they've both said that you don't look at their GTRs, you only look at the receipt from the director and the cash book.
That only happened to the market collectors on a daily basis, because they used to have this small ticket we call duty.
Okay.
The small one, and those ones have many. So
Admin looks at those.
no, I normally don't look at that duty ticket.
Okay.
I will compare what is in their cash book and what has the receipt that has been provided by the finance director when they do their submission.
Okay, but then for the other revenue collectors?
Yeah, for the licensing collectors and the tax collectors, I will check,
the GTR.
both sides, yeah, the GTRs.
For the market duty, for the duty tickets, is there any way to confirm what has actually been sold?
Of course.
How can you do that?
Because the duty, all the duty tickets, they have a equal amount on it. Like we say one duty ticket, you should collect, I don't know, 1,000 from it. So automatically that 1,000 from 001 from 0010, each market ticket will contain $1,000. So as they arrange it, it will be $10,000. So automatically I will know that all these things has been given out and verified.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other revenue collectors, the amounts that they can put on the GTR, it varies. They can
it
put whatever
varies.
amount
That one varies. Yeah, you can collect 1,000, you can collect 2,000.
And the GTR books, is it the 2 duplicates for each transaction that's left in the book, or is it just one duplicate?
Sometimes it is 1, but many a time it's 2.
Now, why would there be 1 and why would there be 2?
Yeah, I will even ask them. Sometimes they will say that, we have to provide it. For example, when 2 people is owning a business, so they both need the receipt. So you can provide for both of them. And sometimes for the alcalo, mainly that happens for the alcalos.
Okay.
Yeah, because they will, when the lanyard orders, when they pay, they will give them the original receipt and they will provide the alcalo also with the other receipt. And it will leave one with them.
Okay.
Yes.
So have they ever explained why they leave the other receipt with the alcalo?
Well, the alcalo will help them in the rate collection.
Yes.
And also will pay him a commission.
Yes.
And also after, when they retire, the alcalo also, before we pay him, they have to do some cross-checking with them. So that's why they are giving them the receipt, to know that this receipt was collected together with the alcalo.
So how do you do the payments to the alcalo? Is it the revenue collector that pays the alcalo directly from the monies that they've collected, or is there another process?
Well, I cannot clear that.
You cannot what, sir?
I say I cannot clear that.
Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yes.
So do they pass any vouchers through your office in respect of payments that should be made to the alcalo?
Yeah, normally I will see these vouchers when I'm doing my post auditing. When they did not pass through my office, I will see them through my post auditing.
Okay, so when you're doing a post auditing, what documents are usually attached to support the alcalo payments?
They will put the names of the alcalos, the list of the names of the alcalos, and they will put the amount they have been paid, and the alcalos will sign.
Okay.
And they will prepare a voucher and attach it to it.
And is there any way for you to confirm that what was actually paid is the 10% of what was collected when you're doing your post-audit review?
I cannot recall well that part.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, have any of the revenue collectors been disciplined for not providing their cash books to you?
I cannot remember anybody being disciplined for that matter.
Sorry, I can't hear you properly. So
I said I cannot remember for any person being disciplined for that issue.
Okay. Do you know whether
I remember sometimes the CEO have to write to them. Since I wrote to the CEO about the issue, he have to write to the finance director to put him through that the revenue collectors are not going forward to submit to the internal audit office.
And who was the finance director?
By then it was by Jimmy Sala.
Okay. And do you know whether he did anything following that writing?
I don't think so.
Okay. No. Sure.
Yes, Mr. Jajusi, you said Council asked you about the GTRs that are having 2 duplicates and 1 duplicate. And you explained that sometimes they leave 1 duplicate at the alcalo's place. What I want to be clear is, the GTRs are printed. And when they are printed, do they come with 3 duplicates or only 2 duplicates? Or is it that when they purchase these GTRs, some have 3 duplicates and some have 1 or 2?
Yeah, when they purchase, it will be 1 original with 2 duplicates.
Okay.
1 original, the one will be in the form of white one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when we call it as the original receipt.
Yes.
Those 2 are duplicates.
So all the GTRs you print from the printing department, they have the 2 duplicates.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Now, I think this is a third observation. You said that the previous audit report has been querying the way the payment of the fuel supply is being handled, that there is no justification or supporting documents to show how fuel has been issued during the period. So how do they usually issue or allocate fuel? Do you know?
I know that there is no fuel register.
Okay.
At some point there was no fuel register. So if anybody needs a fuel, they will direct you to the fuel station. You go there, then they will fuel you, then you collect the receipt and bring it back to the office.
Do they pay at the time that they're getting the fuel, or does this payment come after?
The payment will affect after.
Okay, so they issue the receipt before they pay for the fuel?
Yes.
And are there instances where they would be issued a receipt, and I think what I'm trying to ask is it not possible for them to be issued a receipt for an amount that they haven't actually taken? Because if they haven't been paid and they're just issuing receipts as if they've been paid.
Yeah, probably it's possible.
Is this something that has happened?
I have never come through.
It's never come up to?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Then you have the monthly voucher query return. So I think item 5 on that, okay, before that, under voucher number, under the column that says voucher number, you have different numbers, right? Different types of numbers.
Yes.
So what's the difference between, so like the first one and the second one, they're not the same type of numbering. What's the difference between those?
Yeah, I know at that time there is no consistency in the preparation of voucher numbers.
Okay.
Sometimes they will only put the dates, sometimes the voucher numbers will be the same.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but then all of these are payment voucher numbers?
Yeah, they are.
They're all not, so like the eighth row says TBL 08011.
Yes, that is the voucher number.
That's the voucher number?
Yes.
So who decides what the voucher numbering should be? Is there not a system in place for how you number your vouchers?
No, that time there was no system that how you number our vouchers.
Is there a system in place now?
So now we are using the IFMIS system. That has a system, I believe.
So when was the IFMIS system introduced to the council?
This was around 2020, if I could record well.
2020.
Yeah.
So that would be during this period, because these vouchers are all 2020 vouchers.
Well, I understand that by this time the IFMIS system was not rolled out.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you look at item number 5, it says on the 8th of December 2020,
yes.
And it says the description of the payment is payment for house rent from the month of August to December 2020. And the budget line is house rent. The payee is Lamin LM Mari. And the amount is 8,700. Now it says there's no query. You have a budget line for house rent?
Yes, I believe we do.
And which staff do you pay house rent for?
Lamin LMR is our director of planning.
Okay, so do you pay rent for all your directors?
Yes, our finance director also, we pay for him. Those are the two we pay rent for.
And what's the basis of this? Is it in their agreement? Is there some other document that says you pay rent for your directors?
Yeah, I understand that during their employment, this will state on their employment letter that council should give them accommodation.
It's in the employment letters?
Yeah, that's what they said. I have never confirmed it, but that's where they base it.
Okay. So let me just, I'm assuming that you would have looked at the documents that were attached, right? To prepare this document, to prepare your query return. You would have looked at the payment voucher and everything, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me just show you the payment voucher in respect of this. Now, who are the two signatories? So who signed the payment voucher?
Head of account is by GB Sala. Signature authorization officer is Pasit Sise.
Okay. And what's the date of the payment voucher?
On the 1st August 2020.
Okay. And it's for what period?
7,500 payment of 5 months.
For which period? Which period? As in from which month to which month?
On the 1st August 2020 to 31st December 2020.
Right. Okay. So how much is the amount on the payment voucher and the receipt?
The receipt is 7,500.
And the payment voucher?
8,700.
The payment voucher is 8,700.
Yeah.
But the receipt is 7,500.
Yes.
Now you've not queried this payment, and there's a discrepancy between the two. Can you tell us why?
Probably maybe this did not come to my attention.
No, but you've listed it on your query return, right? That's item number 5. Can you confirm?
On the 8/12/2020. Yeah, but I don't think the dates are different. They are the same.
You don't think they're the same? What's the payment voucher number there versus what's on your document?
Payment voucher 0304 0133.
That's what's on the payment voucher?
Yes, that's what I have on mine too.
Yes.
Yeah,
So why do you think that they're not the same?
Well, let's look at the dates. Because I told you that there is no consistency in preparing the vouchers numbers. The vouchers numbers sometimes are duplicated. They are repeated at many times. Earlier on, I told you that.
So what you're saying is that it's possible that there are 2 vouchers for that same payment?
It could be.
Okay.
Because the vouchers numbers did not tally here. And normally I will pick the right number from the voucher.
Okay. Can I have the payment voucher back, please? And can you tell us what the system for petty cash is at the council, if you know?
Petty cash system, you think?
Yes, please.
I don't think we are operating petty cash system at the council.
You don't think you have a petty cash system?
No, we are not operating. It's not to my knowledge that they are operating petty cash.
But they give out petty cash?
Yes, they give us.
So how do they do it?
Like I told you earlier, the end user will always request. And if it's honored, they will pay in cash or sometimes check.
So item number 6 on your query return is payment of petty cash to CD Sane, $5,000. So you've queried it and you said that there's no approval from the CEO. Who is CD Sane?
He was the acting finance manager.
During this particular period?
Yes.
Okay. And So these payment vouchers would not come through your office? But this would have come through your office.
This one passed through my office.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so let me just show you some other petty cash. Sorry, please assist me. There's this. There's this. Oh no, not here, sorry. There's that. There's this. And there's this one at the end. Thank you. So the first voucher, can you tell us the date of that voucher?
19 August 2020.
Okay. And what was it for?
Excuse me.
Sorry?
Being payment for the purchase of posters of A4, A3, and stickers for COVID-19 sensitization.
I think you've missed the page. Can I have it back? There should be a flag that says petty cash. Assistant registrar, if you bring it, I'll assist you.
Being payment for petty cash.
Okay, and is it the same date? The 19th August?
No, it's 28th August.
20th August. And how much is it?
5,000.
And who is it in favor of? I think the pay should be on top, right?
By Jibisala.
Okay. So that's the 20th of August 2020. Petty cash, $5,000 is to buy Jivisala.
Yes.
And did the officers that needed to sign the payment voucher all sign?
He and the CO sign.
Okay. And what's the supporting document that's attached?
It's only the copy of the check that is attached.
Okay. So if you flip to the next one, as in the next one that was flagged, where is it a pencil? There's a pencil. Yes.
Okay. Be payment for petty cash.
Okay, what's the date of that voucher?
25th August 2020.
25th August 2020. How much?
$10,000.
$10,000. And it's petty cash? Is it?
Yeah, being payment for petty cash.
And who is it made out to?
By Jibisala.
What's the supporting document?
Request for petty cash.
Is that the requisition form that you use internally?
Yes.
Is that a Form 100? Because I think you said
No, this one is a claim that is raised by himself.
Okay.
Yes.
And who signed it? By Jibisala?
Yeah, but no, the approval is being given by the CEO. Pass it, Cisse.
No, as in who made the request for the petty cash?
Yeah, by the Bisala.
Okay. And the payment voucher was signed by both the CEO and the Director of Finance?
Yes.
Okay. So there's another one where the pencil is hanging out of. Yeah. Can you tell us about that one?
That is Sidi Chane.
That is what?
It's been prepared by Sidi Chane in favor of Sidi Chane.
Sidi Sane.
Yes.
What's the date? Is that the one that's in your form?
13 August.
13th August. And is the payment voucher number 03040135?
Yes, 03040135. Yes, it's the same voucher number on my report. Yeah.
And it's for $5,000, right?
Yes.
And that's the one that you said there's no approval from the CEO?
Yes.
On the payment voucher, there's no approval?
Yes, there's an approval.
So is it that that's not the voucher that came to you? Or would you have made an error?
You know, normally when they bring this to my office, I will query it. Then they have to go and resolve it. When they come and when they return it back, I will resolve it. I will put remark resolve. But when it's not returned back, I will leave it like it's still a query.
So the ones that you put on your list, so the ones that say no query, if they've resolved the issue, would you, when they bring it back, would you change whatever was there to no query?
I have a remaining column that is resolved. I will put their result.
Okay, so you would have put the query, whatever the query was, and then on the
I will leave the query there still, but I will put their result.
Okay, so this one, you said no approval from the CEO, so they never came back to you with it?
Yeah, they never came back.
So is it possible that it was sorted out and they never brought it back?
Yes, it's possible.
Okay. So do you know if they retire the petty cash? Because from what we see, on the 13th of August, $5,000 petty cash was given. Same on the 20th of August, which is 7 days difference. And then on the 25th of August, $10,000 is as well for petty cash. Do you know whether they retire this petty cash? Whether they have any way of showing what they used it for and, you know, to show that they've used it before they request another one?
Though I am not okay with their petty cash system, okay, because most of the time it's not known to me. Because some of the time this will not come through me. I will not know that in fact whether petty cash is available, so I wouldn't know how they retire unless it came through me.
So, how are you in a position to make any raise any queries or make any recommendations or any reports to the council on these things if you don't know the system that is in place?
Come again, I don't...
So if you wanted to raise an issue, like for example, you wanted to raise an issue about the fact that they've been taking petty cash, they take 5,000 every week, sometimes 10,000. So maybe there was a ceiling to how much petty cash you could take and that you had to retire it before you take another one. Now you would have to know that this is what the ceiling is, right? You would have to know that you can only take 5,000 maybe every 2 weeks. That's maybe what the system is. So if they're not doing that, you should be able to say to the CEO or the Director of Finance, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is not the system that is in place at this council. So if you don't know that system, how are you in a position to make that report?
Anyway, I will tell you that this petty cash system is not consistent there.
Okay.
Yeah, it will only happen for a short period. Sometimes when their claims are too much, sometimes they have stress of going to the bank, they will withdraw some money and put it in the car, but it's not consistent. It's not something that is consistent there. And I can only make an alarm when I'm aware of it. Some of the transactions, I'm never aware of them. I don't know them, so I cannot make any alarm on it unless I know.
But in a situation where even when you're doing your post-audit, right?
Yes.
You can, so essentially the only thing that you can do, or that you seem to be able to do, or that you do, is that you just look at the documents, the payment voucher, as against the supporting documents to say whether they tally.
Yes.
You cannot give any report outside of that.
I understand you very well.
So we're still on the we're still on the petty cash issue. When you're doing, you said they don't pass through your office,
Yes.
right? Not most of the time.
Yes.
So you do post-audit
Yes.
every quarter.
Yes.
So that's when you would go through these files, right?
Yes.
Now if you go through these files and you find, so we've just found 3 petty cash,
Yes.
each maybe 5 to 7 days apart, and there's no way for you to know, how much petty cash you're supposed to have every week. You don't know, who is entitled to take out petty cash, what the rules to follow are, etc. So how are you in a position to you can't make any report outside of just to say that the voucher tallies with the check, right?
Yes. And also I can check the supporting documents also, whether all supporting documents have been attached to the voucher. Yeah.
If there's petty cash, what would be the supporting documents that would be attached for that payment? Would it be, what they've spent, receipts for what they've spent the money on?
Yes, that is the expenditure that has been made out of the petty cash.
So that's supposed to be when they're retiring the petty cash, right?
Yes.
Has this ever happened? For petty cash?
Well, not to my knowledge.
Have you ever seen this in any of the files that you've looked at?
Like this document has been retired for petty cash, specifically
to show
for
what they spent the petty cash on?
No.
Okay. And do you know whether, if this document existed, where it would be, as in which officer it would be with?
Normally this will happen in the finance department.
Okay.
Yeah.
They would have a different file for stuff like that, different from these?
I know all their files have been filed in one file for that specific month. All their transactions will be filed for.
So that would be like these files?
Yes.
So if it's not in this file, then it's not there?
No.
Okay.
Good. Mr. Jajusi, are you aware of what the provision of the financial manual said with respect to petty cash? Did you have the opportunity to look at the financial manual?
Yes.
Did you know what it provides for?
Yeah.
Can you recall and tell us what is the process?
Mainly petty cash has been kept in the office to do the petty transactions in the offices that are not above the ceilings, sometimes 5,000 or 10,000. Yes. So when the petty cash is in place, when you have to do that transaction, already the cash is there, you can make a request to it and then they facilitate it for you.
Now, having listened to your evidence, I don't think what you have said is in compliance with what the financial manual has said.
Okay.
Let me just briefly read for you what section 703 said. It said petty cash payments. It said the council will operate a petty cash float from which minor expenses can be paid. The float should not exceed the amount prescribed and approved by the CEO, that is the Chief Executive Officer. The Chief Executive Officer, in consultation with the Director of Finance, should set the ceiling on the amount and types of expenses that can be paid through petty cash. So from these vouchers that you've been put through, there's no certainty as to whether, you understand, these are in compliance with what the law is saying.
Yes.
That is one thing. And then in section 704, there is a set out procedure as to what to do when you are required to take money for the purposes of expending on certain issues. And they are from A to G. And what is interesting is that it is stated that, particularly of paragraph D, under section 704, it says that this float shall be replenished regularly by the amount of payments made during the period, and petty cash vouchers entered on the credit side of the petty cash book fully analyzed. So which means this here, if you go to C, I don't want to read everything, but it is saying in B that the petty cashier, that is the person that is asking for petty cash, will post this amount in the debit side of the petty cash book. So which means you must, as a matter of start, have a petty cash book which would operate like a ledger. We have debit here, you understand, and all of that stuff. So sections 704 and 705 clearly tells you what should be done, because it provides for, particularly 705 provides for that the cash book should be ruled with suitable analysis, columns, and posted as follows. You will have a debit side and a credit side, and it went on to explain how all these transactions ought to be done. And particularly the supporting documents. You have stated earlier that in one of the vouchers, it is only the check that is attached to the voucher, which is absolutely wrong, based on what is provided for in the law. Because there must be supporting documents to show when the petty cash was taken, where is it expended, and where is the evidence of that expenditure. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So would I be correct to say that you queried, but you did not actually know where to base properly your queries?
Sure.
Thank you. You can continue.
Thank you. So can I just take you back to item 1 on your query? I had a question that I overlooked. The first item, so it's dated 8th of June 2020, and there's a payment voucher number. The description of the payment is payment of license rates and taxes, right? And it's on the budget line license. The council does not pay license rates and taxes, right?
No.
So why would a payment voucher be raised for license rates and taxes?
No, this is a revenue collector. During the period, he has submitted his book to me for verification. So I have to capture it there to say that this guy has submitted his book.
But there's no payment voucher. You don't raise a payment voucher for that?
No. This is the receipt from the finance director. That is the receipt number 2399672.
Okay, so you see...
That is a revenue. It's a revenue. It's not an expenses.
So in the beginning, I asked you whether there's a difference between those numbers. That 2999672 and that 03040134. Whether they're the same things. And that they're all payment vouchers. You said yes.
No, this one is a revenue.
So is it that all of the ones that look like that are revenue? So if you go further down,
under the budget line, it will specify it there, right, whether it's a line sheet or...
So you have voucher number. You have the column that says voucher number,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Now, item 1, you've now indicated that is not actually a payment voucher, it's a receipt number.
Yes.
Item 2 is a payment voucher.
Yes.
Item 3 would be a receipt number.
Yes.
Item 4 would be a receipt number.
Yes.
5, 6, 7 would be payment vouchers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then 8 would be, you said a payment voucher as well.
Yes, payment voucher.
So there's a difference,
yes,
in what those numbers signify.
Yes.
Okay, so it would probably help if you make it clear, because the idea is that anybody should be able to pick up the document and read and know what is what, right? So if I didn't ask you, I wouldn't have known.
Yes, I will improve on that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back to the second page. Item 10. You have TBL 08010. And it is in respect of payment of staff pay as you earn. income tax to GRA, and it's 30,000. Now you've queried it, and you said that the voucher did not contain any list of those that had paid and how it is calculated. But is this not something that goes through your office first, usually? Or is it one of those that sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come?
Yeah, sometimes it will come. At this time it came, but many a times it will not come.
So are you saying that the list of staff that should have been, whose pay was being paid, are not attached to that?
Yes, that's what I query.
And who would you send this query back to?
It's from the finance department, so I will send it back to the finance department.
Okay, so do you know whether this was ever resolved?
No, it was never resolved because it's not indicated here. When it's resolved, I will indicate it's resolved.
So in situations like this, what would happen? Would they just put the payment voucher back in the file?
Yes, they will go with the payment. They will do the payment and then file their payment vouchers.
Okay. Now, if you come down to item 14, it says it's dated 24th of August 2020, and it's in respect of COVID-19 010, and the description is payment for the final supply of 400 bags of rice of 25 kg and 400 gallons of 10-liter oil, 100 bags of 50 gram, so there's something missing. And the budget line is COVID-19 food supply, and the payee is Nemasu Enterprise, and the amount is $201,500. All right. You didn't put anything under the query box. You didn't put no query. You also didn't put whether there's a query. Would there be a reason for this?
Maybe this is an oversight. Sometimes also, for example, you look at number 12 here. You come to the query set. So you see there's no border for the query. So sometimes my computer also will misbehave and some of this writing will be missed out. Because I prepared in an Excel form.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes some of this information will miss out without my knowledge. I will later realize it. But I still have...
Jajusi, can you please speak into the mic so that we can hear you clearly?
Yes. I say, well, I can still trace it from my computer because I have all these copies there. When I go back, I can trace it and furnish you with it.
All right, please do that. But out of this, do you know anything about those payments made in respect of the COVID-19 food supply? Or from the COVID-19 budget line?
Yeah, this is a special account at GT Bank.
Okay.
Yes. It's been established during the period of COVID-19.
Okay.
Yes, by the council.
Did you say in your statement that you had worked on that budget line or did something in respect of COVID-19 budget? I'm sorry, let me just check this. So you said in your statement on the second page, I'm aware that there was a special account open with GT Bank for such funds. Nonetheless, I did not know, actually let me start from the top of that paragraph. On the issue of the contract awarded for the procurement of food relief during the COVID-19, I was not aware of such, as my office was not involved in this transaction. However, I think it was during the pandemic period when the Israeli embassy in Dakar, Senegal, donated cash to the Council for Humanitarian Support through the chairman and CEO, but I cannot ascertain whether this money was deposited into council accounts. Consequently, it is important to highlight that the Internal Audit Office does not participate in the contract awarding process and would only be privy to information on contracts awarded during pre- and post-auditing exercises. I am aware that there was a special account open with GT Bank for such funds. Nonetheless, I did not know the total sum that was generated during the pandemic. I was given the responsibility with the Vice Chairman, Almamo A.K. Sise, for the management of all the COVID support. what do you mean you were given the responsibility for the management of all the COVID support?
It's not COVID support, the COVID store. The COVID-19 food store, yeah, there was a store.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were in charge of the store with Almamo AKCC?
Yes.
So what did that entail?
I was given the key, so anytime they need a supply from the store, I will open the store for them, and they will withdraw whatever they want to withdraw and make the distribution.
Okay, so do you know anything about this Nemasu enterprise and the relationship they had with the council in respect of the COVID relief?
Yeah, he was the one who supplied us at one time.
Okay, do you know what he supplied, how much, etc.?
Yes, I am aware of it during the payment. This payment came through my office.
Okay.
So I saw this payment there, 201,500.
Okay.
Payment, okay.
Do you know?
Payment for the final supply of 400, meaning that there was another payment before this. Because I said payment for the final supply. So that automatically meant there was another payment before this one.
Are you aware of the other payments that were made before? Did those pass through your office?
Well, I cannot recall.
Let me just...
It's possible I may be aware when I go through but I cannot recall vividly.
Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you these two documents first. So when a payment voucher has passed through your office, how would somebody looking at it know that it's gone through your office and is verified by your office?
Yes, I have created Excel sheet. That is this report. It's
no,
where
but on the document itself. So if the external auditors came to the council and they went through the files, how will they know that a certain payment voucher passed through your office?
Yes, they will do the comparison with this Excel form.
Do you not stamp the forms?
No, I do not stamp them.
Why is that?
Because there is no consistency in preparing vouchers. Sometimes they are completed, sometimes they are not completed.
No, so I'm talking about the ones that you have gone through and you're okay with, you have no queries with, and it can pass. Do you not stamp them with your stamp?
No, I do not stamp them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you yourself looking at those two, you won't know that you've approved those unless you go through your Excel sheet.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a bit cumbersome. So what can you tell us about those two vouchers? One of them is for the 201,500.
Yeah, that one I have it in my Excel form.
Okay.
This one passed through my office.
Okay. So what about the 400,000 one?
In advance payment office. I cannot remember this one.
Okay. Let me show you another one. Actually, yes, let me show you another one. No, okay. Thank you. That one is a payment voucher, and the pay is Almamo Diba, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's for the same COVID-19 food supplier, and it's for $35,000.
Yes.
Do you remember if that voucher passed through your office?
I think I have a different one from this. Maybe that is around $8,000 is for media coverage.
You have a payment voucher for media coverage?
Yes.
And what was my question? It's not part of that. It's for a separate person?
No, it's not. It's not part of this one.
But what I'm saying is, the payment voucher was to pay somebody else, or was it to pay the same Alma Modiba?
No, that one is for media coverage, COVID-19 programs.
So there's some receipts or invoices in there for media coverage, right? No, those are few. There's an invoice or a requisition form for media coverage.
You know, this document did not specify exactly what the payment about, because there are many attached on it. You have the COVID-19 rice distribution media coverage.
Yes.
COVID-19 rice transportation cost, payment voucher. And this one looked like a fuel receipt.
Yes. So we had gone through that payment voucher with a previous witness before. When all of those amounts, including his, were totaled,
yes,
it was 35,040.
Yeah, Nemasi, you have the invoice and the receipt,
yeah,
10,000.
Yes. So when we added all of them, it came to $35,040, and he was issued a check for that $35,000.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Now, are you saying that there was a separate voucher for media coverage other than the one that's in there?
I'm sure I have a media coverage, something like 8,000 if I can recall well.
And was there only one media coverage for that event?
I know during the pandemic, all of our distribution, most of the time, media will be available to cover it. Most of the time.
And how many times did you have that distribution, that the media coverage was required?
I won't remember actually how much, but I know we have it more than 2 times.
You had it more than 2 times?
Yes.
Do you remember when the distribution was?
No, I remember some of the distribution, but I cannot recall when was the first one or the second one.
Okay, so which ones do you remember?
For the Israel one, for the support from the Israel embassy.
Okay.
I vividly remember that one. The media covered that one.
So who supplied the food items for that one?
I think that is the one that Alma Modiba supplied, if I can recall well.
Okay. For the ones that Alma Modiba supplied, how many times did you have an event where the media would be required?
No, I wouldn't know whether all Almamos, Almamo will supply and then we will do the distribution. Another donation also will come from somewhere else, we will do the distribution. So specifically, I remember the one for the Israel embassy, there was a full coverage of that one. I can vividly remember that. And there are, subsequently also there were some coverage, but exactly, I wouldn't say whether it's Almamo supply or it's another supply.
Okay, and do you know how many times Almamo supplied the council with food items?
Yeah, according to the what I have on my document, it's been a multiple times because it's not one.
It's not one. So that would be the document that you have in your Excel sheet?
Yes.
Okay, would you be able to provide us with that between today and tomorrow?
Which one? Which one?
Your Excel sheet to show all these items.
I don't get you.
Okay. So you said that what you have in your document shows that it's more than one.
Yes.
Right? And I'm asking you, is this your Excel sheet that you have on your computer?
Yes.
Is it?
Is it I'm talking about this Excel sheet.
Okay, so you're talking about that document?
Yes.
Now, okay. So
because it shows that final payment, so meaning that before there was a payment, there was previous payment.
Okay, so I'm going to come back around to that. Let me just ask. So as the keeper of the store,
yes,
do you have any data about what comes in and what goes out?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so where would that data be?
I still have it in my email. I still have it in my computer.
Okay, can you?
Because whenever withdrawals are made, I will write a report and I will send it to the CEO and the chairperson to inform them this is the amount that has been withdrawn from the store and this is the stock balance.
Okay. So
Yes.
can you please provide those documents by email to the registrar so that we can print them out and then we can go through them? Okay?
Yes, but I don't have my computer with me unless I have access to my...
Do you not have email on your phone? Because you said you have them on your email.
Yes, but I don't think the phone can make it fast. Maybe when I
No,
have
not
computer.
right now.
Okay.
When we close for the day.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Chairperson, I believe it's a convenient time to stop. It's 4:45.
You said you've talked about the issue of the fact that you have difficulty in them giving you data and information, and you resorted to creating an Excel. So what I want to know is, when did you start using this Excel to enter the financial transactions or the audits you were doing, if they present documents to you?
Yeah, this will be around, from around 2019, I believe, 2018, 2019.
So now please provide us with all those Excel entries from 2018. Please take note so that you will not forget what we are asking you.
Can I have your pen, please? From?
2018 to January 2023.
From 2020, I think on that area, 2021, yeah, I was not providing the Excel sheet because I was not being given the opportunity to have these vouchers passed through my office. So it was well
Sorry,
done.
can you repeat that? I did not get it. You said?
I mean, I don't think there is no data for 2022 and 2023 because these vouchers are not coming through my office as I am talking.
So for all of 2022,
And
no voucher came to your office?
Yes, and 2020.
For even pre or post audit?
No, post audit. I mean the pre-audit.
Okay, you are talking about the
The
pre-audit.
pre-audit, yes. For the past 2 years, I've not been doing pre-audit.
Okay.
Yes.
But at the end of 2022, did you do post audit?
Yes, I did.
And you have a report?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So we will want to see that. And then we will want to see all the monthly reports that you have done from 2018
Okay.
to January 2023.
Come again so that I can.
I said your monthly reports from 2018 to January 2023.
I said 2023. There is no
Okay,
monthly.
you did not have monthly reports for
Yeah,
2022
22 and 2023.
2023. Okay.
Yes, I only have quarterly
it
reports.
should be 2018 to 2021.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Monthly reports
Monthly report.
together with their Excel data information. Would you be able to provide us with the you have also been told to provide us with the entries of the store, and possibly please give us all the data of all those people that gave you support during the COVID period, what you received from whom. All right, if you have that data.
Yeah, there was one report generated during the National Assembly Select Committee visit, make a visit also. I think that report entailed all the donors that has helped us. Yeah, I think I'll be able to produce that.
Provide that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
We may rise.